The 1957 Formula One season is about to enter a crucial stage, as the next few races will see how good these drivers really are, and we start the quest here in northern France. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the historic F1 series here in Rouen for round 4 out of 8 this season. The Rouen-Les-Essarts circuit opened up in 1950 and hosted a French Grand Prix several times until 1968, and in that time it earned a reputation as a fast but extremely tight and narrow track where mistakes didn't go without punishment. One man who knows us all too well is the man who starts on pole today. Jack Palmer is currently leading the championship, but has stated previously that this race will be the biggest challenge yet this season. His closest competitor is Sebastian Vettel, and he starts behind him in P2, so we could be witness to a fierce battle between the two drivers today. Also mounting a title challenge is Alberto Ascari, who narrowly missed out on the title in 1950 and is in great form this season. He starts in P3. Home hero Francois Sever has had a fantastic start to his debut season and starts P4 for his first home Grand Prix. Alain Prost also starts his home Grand Prix just outside the points in P6, whilst Jenson Button could score his first HF1 points if he does well today, as he starts P7. Defending champion Emerson Fittipaldi has struggled in the last two races, and he starts P10, so he has to have a few positions to make up if he is to try and mount a challenge. Jim Clark starts P15, whilst Graham Hill starts P16, and right at the back is Mika Hakkinen and Juan Manuel Fangio. We have 9 laps to complete here today, with each lap consisting of 12 turns over the course of 4 miles. It is also rather bumpy tracks, and concentration levels have to be at a high for what is sure to be a race of attrition. The green flag is about to drop, so let's head down to the grid for the 1957 French Grand Prix. Hey everybody, welcome back to the historic F1 series, and we're here, French Grand Prix. It is crunch time. I did predict this, I knew it was going to come, but now things are going to get a lot harder. We've had it easy up until now. We've had Monaco, we had Buenos Aires, and we had Indianapolis, but now we're going to get into the serious business of the season. We have some really tough races coming up. We have this one. Aintree is after this, which isn't too bad, but can be quite tricky sometimes. Then we have the Nürburgring, and then we've got Feldberg, and then we've got Monza, which is the season finale. So we've got some really, really big races coming up that will decide the championship. Obviously, I'm leading, but that pretty much means nothing right now. I need to get through these next few races, and here I really don't know what to expect. It took me about 20 minutes to actually get in a clean lap when I was practicing for this race. So that goes to just show what kind of track this is. It's super fast. Well, it's not super fast, but it's quick and very tight and twisty, and no room for error. There's no barriers at all. So if you go off, that's it. These small curbs that you're seeing on the left, they can really mess you up, and corners come up to you thick and fast. What's happening with that flag up there? Anyways, I'm actually happy that we're here, because very close to not happening. Basically, on Thursday night, I was in an online lobby, track day at Spa in GT cars with a friend, and I was just going through the bus stop, completing my first flying lap, and my clamp completely failed on my steering wheel, and yeah, luckily I managed to complete the lap, but I couldn't get the wheel reattached to my desk, and I thought that was it. I thought, okay, that's completely buggered, so I'll have to find a replacement part, and that wouldn't have arrived till next week. And I thought, oh, what am I going to do? But luckily I managed to do a temporary fix, and I've got it working and attached to the desk securely for now. And we could do this race and a couple more races coming up on the channel, so it's a good that we're here, because I was quite worried, and I was worried I wouldn't be able to do this race, because this one, despite my fears, I've looked forward to because of what it means. You know, it's the French Grand Prix. It couldn't be any bigger. You know, of course, this was the very first Grand Prix in the entire world at Le Mans in 1906, which is on this channel if you want to go and check out that video. It's quite fun. But yeah, I'm very much excited for this one, but also quite nervous. So I'm not too sure what's going to happen. Basically, I think my game plan, just take it easy. Don't worry about, you know, the championship. You can make it up at the British Grand Prix. Just take it easy here. Don't do anything silly. Especially the first corner. The first corner, with other cars, it's going to be really tricky. And I actually forgot you start side by side. Here's Sebastian Vettel, by the way, just chilling next to me. And yeah, this is going to be really, really close. And hopefully I can keep it clean and just not cause any accidents. I think that's the main thing, is just because, as you can see, it's so tight and so narrow. I think contact is going to be inevitable with maybe me. Will I retire? Probably. Will other cars retire? Most definitely. And I'll be interested to see who that will be, because it will change the championship, I'm sure. So, Rouen-Les-Essarts, French Grand Prix, 1957. Let's get it underway. Okay then, French Grand Prix. Let's get some temperature in this engine. We're about to go green, and we're green. Plenty of wheel spin, and we're away. I didn't really need to do that much wheel spin, but we're away nonetheless. Here in Rouen, and there's a crash behind me. I've just noticed a car just spinning off. Not really going to look who it is. It'll flash up in a moment. Just got to concentrate here as much as I can. Such a tough fast, especially through this bit. It's very quick. So we're right behind Sebastian Vettel, who's currently leading. Obviously, as you can see, there's a green car, and that's Sever.
Furious!
Francois Sever and Niki Lauda are out of the French Grand Prix. That's one way to get around the hairpin, the famous cobbled hairpin.
Fantastic.
See, most of this track still exists now. They stopped racing here in 94 or 95 to all racing, and they basically removed all traces of it. So the coupled hairpin went, the grandstands went, everything. But it's still possible to do a lap. So we've got a Sky behind me, Vettel in front, Sever and Niki Lauda is out, are out should I say. We're right behind Vettel now. Oh, should really slow. At least we're still on the road. That's the most important thing on this race, and you can see how bumpy this thing is around here. It really is. See, on this corner, you can feel the car just wanting to get away from you, but we've really got to make sure we got a great launch there. We retake the lead. Let's go in front of him. We'll brake about here. Seems like the most sensible idea, and it is. Vettel's still behind me though. And we've retaken the lead. It's a good start. Couldn't have gone any better for me, really. That's exactly what I wanted. Right. And this is almost the completion of the first lap. So the race past the grandstands. Complete the first lap here. Go down this hill. You've really got to slow down for this corner. See, in later cars you can afford to go through their full throttle. I think Vettel is still behind me though. Don't really need to go down a gear there. That's my mistake. And that's Michael Schumacher out of the French Grand Prix. He's not had a good season at all. He was out of the Monaco Grand Prix. He is now out of the French. As we arrive at the cobbled hairpin once again. And here we go. Go through there. Fine. It's quite easy to make a mistake there because it's a downhill braking zone, which is always tricky. So second lap now. We've already had 3 retirements. Schumacher, Sever and Lauda. Not too sure what the situation is with Fittipaldi or any other title contenders, but I'm sure we'll find out at some point. Vettel's still behind me. He seems to be challenged by Ascari now. He was just right behind him. And like I said, there's no safety barriers around here. There's a few hay bales, but this is very similar to driving Zandvoort. Now Zandvoort was originally meant to be on the 57 calendar, but they had to cancel it due to lack of fuel, because there's a bit of a fuel crisis going on in the world at the time, and the Suez crisis as well, so they couldn't go in the end. I've still got this cold, by the way. It just hasn't gone away. It's just stayed with me. It's really annoying. But yeah, this is very similar to Zandvoort. Obviously not the layout, but in terms of how it feels to drive, how it's to race. But so far we're about to start the 4th lap here, well, 3rd lap shall I say, and it's gone a lot better than I expected, and we seem to be a lot quicker than the other drivers, which is obviously, yep, 2:40. That's my quickest lap around here so far. We got onto the grass a little bit, but luckily managed to hold on. Brake for this corner.
Look at that!
Oh, there we go, we're fine. Now, it was here, I believe it was here on this location as we're passing through now. It was here where Joe Schlesser tragically died in 1968 in the Honda RA302. Was it the 302 or was it something else? Basically, magnesium bodied car. And yeah, it crashed. Oh, there's a cable. Headphone cable got caught in my gear shifter. Oh god. But yeah, the magnesium bodied car ignited, and it just burned so fiercely. It was a horrible sight. But it was the scene of Jackie Ickx's first victory in F1. But I'm sure he remembers it for different reasons. But Ascari and Vettel caught up slightly there. They're right behind me. Kind of struggled out of that corner there, and it's enabled them to catch up slightly. But still in the lead, and there's still a long way to go, of course. I'm not getting confident now. I'm still not confident around the circuit. Just like, look at all these overhanging trees. I'll stick my head up. I'm going to get twatted with a branch. God, this car feels like it just wants to go away from me in this corner. But we survived this time. It's quite easy to take it too fast and go off into the foresty area over there on the left. See, just before this race, oh come on, I had to check to make sure it wasn't raining. So I thought, hang on a minute, did it rain on this date? Luckily for me, it didn't. Alain Prost is also out. The 2 French drivers are both out in French Grand Prix. Oh dear, oh dear. There's a yellow flag as well. Has someone crashed up ahead, or is that registering the cars that are in the pit lane? I think it might be that. Oh, such terrifying. It seems like that back there is where most of the accidents are happening, because there's a lot of skid marks on the road. Just take it easy. Just take it easy. There's no rush. I mean, we are quite far ahead in the lead, so there's no need to push or anything like that. There they are. Fittipaldi's in P6, so he's making his way up the field. So he could still be within, still have a chance of catching up to me in the standings if things go horribly wrong from here onwards. Hope you enjoyed the new Best Sounds of Assetto Corsa episode. That was really fun to make, especially when I was researching these cars and getting all this technical information for the inclusion on that video. That was, I found it interesting. I was like, ooh, that car, ooh, what kind of chassis it has. Ooh, nice. You know, that kind of thing. But yeah, I recently bought the RSS GT pack. Oh god. And I've been really enjoying the Chrysler Viper V10. That was a beautiful car. It really is. Button's in P4, bloody hell. Jenson Button could be on course to score his first HF1 points. It always seizes up the gearbox going down that straight in the braking zone every single time without fail. Well, most of the time, shall I say. Fittipaldi and Raikkonen having a bit of a battle. The sensation of driving around here, it's incredible. When I stick my head out just then, seeing all that grass just fly past my head, it was quite an impression. Oh. Oh god. Come on. Close. I think I'm taking it a bit too quickly through there. Need to calm down a little bit. Oh, no. 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 Come on. Oh, shit. Like I said, one mistake. Luckily, I was able to rejoin the track. But Vettel has just steamed into the lead. And I've got Ascari right behind me. And of course, Jenson Button just behind him. Oh dear. We're just over halfway, so it's not too bad. We've got like just under half of a race to... That was close. The Scar is right behind me now. So I'm more worried that he will crash into me than overtaking me. Can't see him. There he is. See, just about see him in my mirrors. So chasing Vettel down the straight. I know I said in my last video that I was going to do Grand Prix Legends again. Well, that kind of went wrong because the video that I had in my head, I quickly realised I need a lot more practice, and yeah, in the end I had to sort of postpone it. It's postponed. It's not cancelled. It's just, you know, it'll be at a later time because I was going around a particular circuit in a particular car, and yeah, quickly realised it would not be ready in time. There are many crashes. On a circuit where I thought I was quite confident and knew like the back of my hand. But for some reason in Grand Prix Legends it's a bit different, and it's those bit difference that make all the difference.
Ooh, bang! What was that?
I like that corner. Oh, this is my heart rate's just gone up a little bit. Just looking down there, you can see all these flying past my head so fast. But I feel like we're slowly catching up to Vettel. Let's not make the same mistake as we just did. Raikkonen is out. Kimi Raikkonen's out. There's a lot of big names going out in this race. I wonder if he had a crash behind me as I ride the grass verge there. Yep, Kimi Raikkonen is out. Right. Let's try and keep with Vettel this time. No little mistakes because Ascari will be there to capitalise on that. In fact, myself and Vettel are quite a long way from Ascari. He's 3 seconds now behind. So I looked at my mirror and I just could not see him whilst a lap ago he was right there. So maybe Vettel is pushing a little bit to keep in front. Good. We're almost in the slipstream here. Right, it's gonna need some racing moves. Right up behind him now. Oh. If I kept the foot down there, that would have been me straight in the back of him, putting us both out. Right, this is my braking zone. Let's keep with him still. It's a very hard place. That straight is pretty much the only place you can make a safe overtake. You could try something into T1, but that's a very bad idea. Oh crap. 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 Oh no. Oh bollocks. One small mistake. Where's my gear? There. Oh crap. I think Powdy's ahead of me. One mistake and I've lost like 3 positions. Well, at least I'm still in it, but there's a car right there. Who's that? Oh. Who's this? Valtteri Bottas now. Senna's just behind me. I'm going to have to really push now to try and minimise the damage I've just inflicted on myself.
He's out of the race!
Why
He's
that
out of
hay
the
bale
race!
had to be there? Why could it be somewhere else? If it weren't for the hay bale, I would have been alright, but... Oh, crikey. Why can't we just be at Rams? Lewis Hamilton is also out. You're going to be hearing Murray Walker a lot this episode, well, this race. So it's funny how I was just chasing a blue car. I was just thinking in my head just then, right, I need to overtake Vettel now. But it's not Vettel, it's Valtteri Bottas. And he's a P5 and I'm outside the point, so I need to do something about this. Senna's really wanting to get past me. Good to see Senna back up there. He's on my left now. He's thinking about making a move. He is making a move. Oh god. He kind of forced me off there. But there's nothing, no malicious intent there. Oh, this is, I mean, it's not a disaster. Because as of now, I'll still get a point for fastest lap. But at the same time, it's not as bad as what happened at the Nürburgring last year. Or last season, should I say. Don't move in front of me like that. Oh, side by side with Ayrton Senna. Who's going to be the last to brake? He's really quick. Look at that, it's faster than me. Right, here's my braking point. Braking point where I at least feel comfortable. And he's just slightly crashed into Bottas there. If these two aren't careful, they'll take themselves out. What was that? I don't know what that was. Something in my flat just fell down. It's probably haunted or something. But we made it through that corner fine this time. We race towards T1 once again. How many cars are in a pit lane now? All these skid marks for all the people that have locked up coming down here. All the skid marks for people that keep crashing down here. So just like it was at Monaco where every retirement was at the Harbour chicane, I feel like every retirement this one will be at that turn 1. But you never know, because I don't know. You guys do. Right, let's try and I need to get past these two. I need to score. What are you doing? Come on. These two really don't like each other. Look at this. Ooh. Didn't expect to get past Senna there, but we did. For a second. Senna's retaken the position P6. Right, this is a nice... I'm enjoying this battle actually. Nice last... It's not the last lap, but it's penultimate lap, but end of race drama here, ladies and gentlemen. I would be a bit more enthusiastic, but I'm, like I said, I've still got this cold. That wasn't for effect, I'm still there. But yeah, I haven't been able to shake it all week. Right, I need to go super quick through that right-hander. So I've got Damon Hill behind me as well, approaching. Right, I need to take this really quick, but obviously safe as well. Lean out to the right as much as I can. Trust the car, trust it. Oh, what an overtake that was. Whew. Balls to the wall, that was. I thought I knocked him off the track as well. Can we get past Bottas as well? He goes slightly wide. Right behind him. Almost touch him. Final lap is about to begin here at the French Grand Prix. Could I score one more point? Because it's unlikely I'm going to get any further than this. Oh! It's just like that trailer. How come you're faster than me then? Maybe there's no ballast here or anything. My heart skipped a beat there. I nearly... Stop changing gear, Jack. I nearly pooed myself a little bit. I thought it was going to move over, but it didn't. Luckily it did in the end, but... Bloody hell. So we had that overtake on Senna, which, you know, I thought I had run him off the track and he went off into the bushes, but no. He's still behind me. This is the last lap drama now. Can I secure a points finish? To minimise the damage and try and get a higher starting position for the British Grand Prix next weekend. One more second. Come on. I think Senna wants his position back. He's closing in. Although I've just had quite a couple of poor corners myself. No retirements. in the last few laps, which is good to see. Oh, come on. Vettel still leading. Ascari is still just behind him. Fittipaldi is third. Jenson Button is fourth. And of course, Valtteri Bottas is fifth. Unless I could do anything about that, I'm going to give it my absolute best. Oh, that's a good exit. We might have just been able to do it. Still behind me now. Go through the cobbled, another cobbled hairpin. We might have just secured fifth, which is worth 2 points. Of course, I might get the fastest lap point as well. Let's not make a mistake here again. And that's okay. So the French Grand Prix at Rouen. We cross the line right about now. And there we go. Fifth. That's not so bad. I'm happy with that because it could have been a lot worse. Oh dear. I could have won it, yes. I easily could have won it if I just kept doing what I'm doing, but a couple of little mistakes like this one. And yeah, it cost me there, but luckily we were still able to score a couple of points. And yeah, so let's have a look at the full finishing positions and the standings, and also the highlights as well. So let's take a look. So that was a 1957 French Grand Prix. That was quite something, and like I said back then, I feel like it went fine. I don't think well, potentially I could have done better, but it could have been a lot worse. If I made a couple more mistakes, or the mistakes that I did make were a little bit more severe, then it certainly could have been a lot worse, and I'll be a lot further down. And I was lucky to score points there at the end. Those two overtakes that I made on Senna and Bottas are certainly something for the highlights reel. But as you can see there, Sebastian Vettel got his first win of the season, and what a good win that was. That was thoroughly deserved from him. He was quite consistent and stayed up there. Emerson Fittipaldi then finished second in the end, and he moves up into in the tables as well. So his championship fight is well and truly continuing, and Alberto Ascari also made up the final podium position. Jenson Button then, he moved up into P4 and scored his first HF1 points, so very, very well done to him. And of course for me, securing 5th place, so in the end I scored 3 points as I scored the fastest lap as well. Valtteri Bottas and Senna, as we know, missed out slightly, with Damon Hill and Graham Hill securing P9 and P10, P8 and P9, sorry. And elsewhere, Mika Häkkinen has seen a slight improvement. He finishes in P12, Jackie Stewart P13, and Fangio in P14. And there's quite a few retirements, as we all know. Alain Prost, Francois Sever, the two Frenchmen who contested this French Grand Prix, both going out, and very disappointed for them. Niki Lauda as well, the German, Michael Schumacher, Mika Häkkinen, Kimi Räikkönen and Lewis Hamilton, the retirements there, all succumbing to the pressures of the Rouen-Les-Essarts circuit. So let's take a look at the championship standings then. After round 4, Jack Palmer still retains the lead in the championship, but his lead has somewhat been closed in on by Sebastian Vettel, who stays in second with 20 points. Now in third place, Alberto Ascari 14, and Emerson Fittipaldi stays pretty much where he was. He did drop down a couple of positions the last couple, but he's right back up there now, 12 points. Kimi Räikkönen stays 5th with 8, and Francois Sever drops down to 6th now with only 7 points. But Jenson Button, like I said, scoring his first HF1 points, and he goes up to 7th, overtaking Jackie Stewart, who still remains on 2. But on the other end of the table, Michael Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton are now the first 2 drivers to be at risk this season. They haven't scored points and they've had 2 retirements, and so they are at risk of relegation at the end of the season if they do not score any points and keep themselves safe, and otherwise they'll be removed from the grid, which is something I'm sure a lot of you don't want to happen. So keep watching and find out what happens to them as we go through the season, and yeah, I'm sure it'll be an interesting fight for survival for them, and obviously a fight for the championship at the other end of the table as we head to Aintree for the next race. It took me a little bit to compute that, but yeah, we go to Aintree next weekend for the British Grand Prix, and there it's not the most interesting of circuits, but in the races that I've done there, they have been quite enjoyable, they've been quite good, memorable, and I'm sure it has the ability to really shake up how this season is going to end up. And yeah, obviously I'll be starting from a lower position from what I'm used to, so I'll have a task ahead of me to make sure I can get up to the front again. And then after that we have the German Grand Prix, Feldberg Grand Prix, and then the Italian Grand Prix to conclude the 1957 Formula 1 season. And with that, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and yes, and if you have, leave a like and subscribe as well if you're new. I'm still trying to get this channel to where I want to be. It's taken a bit of a hit lately in January, but I'm still here. I'm still producing content because that's what I enjoy doing, and it makes me happy knowing that people out there such as yourselves are entertained and you sit there and watch my videos. Honestly, it means the world to me, so give a like on this video, it really helps me out, and stay tuned for my usual midweek videos, and of course next Sunday 5 o'clock will be the British Grand Prix at Aintree, so make sure you tune in for that. And until the next time guys, stay safe out there, take care, I'll see you in the next one. See you later.